Coverage of high school football on Next Level Broadcasting this afternoon. We've got a rainy afternoon, but it's a wonderful afternoon for high school football. Charles Trail joined by Justin Liptak, Ryan Bentley, Austin Mong, and Steve Welton. Here we're bringing this game to you live wherever you're watching from. Thank you for tuning in and making us a part of your Saturday afternoon. We got a 2022 State Finals Division 7 rematch on tap for everybody that doesn't want to brave the water and rain elements this afternoon, as we're excited to be bringing this game to you live wherever you're watching from. Thank you once again for making us a part of your afternoon. 20 seconds here before the national anthem, before we get things going between the Jackson Lumen Christi Titans and the Traverse City St. Francis Gladiators. St. Francis in the all-blue uniforms tonight, Lumen Christi with the white tops, gold pants. Justin, I know that you've been looking forward to this matchup all season long, and going off of what that state final game was last year, this game should be special.
Yeah, we had an absolute grinder last year at the end of the state finals. It's a beautiful Northern Michigan October Saturday for football. Just looking forward to it. It's going to be a gritty game, and we're here, and we're all about it.
Love to see it. Love to see it. Got some weather in the forecast, if you can tell. So oftentimes when you have weather in games like this, it's hard to get outside, hard to pass. It's a pretty stiff breeze blowing in from the west in Lake Michigan. So I would imagine that the air games will be mitigated a little bit.
Yeah, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of action between the tackles today.
I would totally agree with that. Just as a recap, St. Francis comes in as a 3-3 record. Lumen Christi, number 1 in Division 7, 6-0 on the season. So this game will certainly be a test for both schools, and it's an opportunity now. St. Francis with a win last week over Sheboygan. The week before that, they were defeated by Kingsley. Kingsley is a good team in Division 6 this year as well. So opportunity for St. Francis to play their first same-size school since week 2 down at Lawton when they played Lawton in week 2. So 5 weeks have passed since St. Francis has played a school the same size as them. So good matchup here in terms of what we'll see both teams.
Awesome, yeah. No, this is going to be a great one. Looking forward to it. Great weather.
Oh, yeah.
We're ready for it.
We're certainly looking forward to it. Right now, this is the Chris Hathaway Farm Bureau pregame show. We're going to step aside here for the national anthem and come back.
Gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting
Bureau pregame show, bringing this to you live. Thanks for making us a part of your Saturday afternoon here. We've got a big game on tap. We want to thank all of our sponsors for bringing this to you wherever you're watching from, tuning in from Gladiator Nation or Titan Nation if you're tuning in from Jackson as a Jackson Lumen Christi fan or a Gladiator fan or just a fan of high school football in northern Michigan. This game circled on a lot of people's calendars this year as one that they wanted to watch or attend. Unfortunately, some inclement weather, so most people are choosing to watch this one, right, Justin?
Yeah, no, it's a good choice, good option. The stands are a little on the lower end right now. A lot of umbrellas, a lot of blankets, but hey, we got some troopers out there toughing it out.
Got some troopers also. I mean, if you wanted to see a good high school football game, this is one that you'd want to get out there and see. So, between these two schools, got to like the chances and got to like what each school brings to the table.
Yeah, this is awesome. Just being a recap and a rematch following last year's championship game, having these guys getting back into it. I mean, man, what a day. What a day.
Yeah, so it's certainly going to be a fun one. We want to, as the Gladiators are introducing their starting lineups on the offense this afternoon, we will look to see what they bring out in terms of what their offense looks like against this vaunted Lumen Christi defense, a defense that has only surrendered 9 points on the season so far. And those 9 points came all in one game, so a stiff test for the Gladiators this afternoon. But I got a feeling that this group of juniors, seniors, and sophomores on this Gladiator roster remember that game last Thanksgiving weekend and have had this one circled on the calendar for a while.
Yeah, definitely. That kind of thing just means a lot more to you, and it's going to give you a little extra boost, a little extra power today. So excited to see it.
The Titans won the toss and deferred to the third quarter, so they will be kicking off this afternoon. And we're about ready for some high school football here on Next Level Broadcasting. Once again, Charles Trail, Justin Liptak on the call this afternoon, teeing it up for the Lumen Christi Titans. His number 61, Andrew Salazar, the junior. He'll play offense and defensive line and also be their place kicker this afternoon. Back deep to receive for the Gladiators, your trio of Charlie Olivier, Harrison Shepard, and Cam Sellers. Here we go. High school football, Gladiators versus Titans starts now. Salazar sends it away. It's fielded by Cam Sellers deep within his own 5-yard line. He breaks it out to the 20. Sellers up the sideline. Sellers still on his feet at the 40, the 50. Sellers with that track speed is down inside right at the 36-yard line of the Titans. So Cam Sellers getting things started off with a bang on the opening kickoff. He took that one back. Let's do some quick math. 67 yards.
Yeah, man. He had a couple key blocks up there, opened up that hole, and, man, he hit it just perfect. That was awesome.
And you saw him stay on his feet right at the 35-yard line, Justin. And I don't think if he stays with his footing, I think he outruns the defender there.
Yep.
So opening possession here for the Gladiators. They come out with a 2 tight end set. Shepard under center. He's going to turn and hand to Charlie Olivier. And Olivier picks up about 2 yards on first down. Tackle made by Ryan Warlicki. Justin, oftentimes this first possession of the game, both teams trying to feel each other out.
Yeah, definitely. So I think we're going to see it pretty conservative right off the bat just to kind of see how everyone's lining up, see who's fast off the ball.
And seeing how they react to different forms. A hand to Olivier and the jet sweep. Ball's out. A Gladiator looked like he got back down on it, but it's going to be turned over and recovered by Jackson Lumen Christi, coming up with the turnover on the second play of the game. So football is a game of momentum. And St. Francis had it early, but coughed it up on the fumble by Olivier, and now the Gladiators are going to have to make a defensive stand here. That's a big-time defensive play by the Titans.
Yeah, it looks like, obviously, a little bit of mist out there. Ball's slick. Just didn't get completely a hold of it. Kind of popped out there. So
the quarterback, a junior for the Jackson Lumen Christi Titans, is Timmy Crowley, replacing their longtime starting quarterback last year that fueled that victory in the state championship game. We'll see the Gladiators come out with 3 down linemen, 2 stand-up defensive ends. Lumen Christi hands up the middle, And Harrison Shepard, the first Gladiator there to stop the ball carrier after a gain of 5 yards. That was Williams, the ball carrier for the Titans.
Awesome. Yep, just going straight ahead, right down the center right now. That's kind of what we talked about right in the beginning of the game with the weather. A little bit of wetness out there. Going to have to kind of keep it right between the tackles right now.
It looked like they ran that little halfback ISO play there, Justin, to see how the Gladiators respond. 4 down linemen for the Glads, and it's another run to Williams, and Williams will be near the first down marker. It looks like he'll have enough for the first down, so back-to-back carries for Williams, enough to move the chains for the Titans on their opening possession of the game. Ball now on the Titan 45-yard line. First possession. Titans taking over after that fumble. Titans come out with a wishbone set, or an inverted wishbone set, I should say, and hand it to Williams. And Williams is brought down by Warren Asher. So 3 straight runs.
Yeah, 3 straight, right down the center for the most part.
Right.
Looks like we're kind of getting a little bit of pulling action possibly.
Yeah.
Trap blocks in there.
It looked like that last run, they tried to run an ISO. That one looked more like a trap.
Yeah, yep.
So with that inverted wishbone, the Titans also showing some different formations. Want to point out left tackle for the Titans goes 6'7". Wow. That's a big number, 73. Aiden Pastoriza. There's Williams on the carry. Williams do, and that's a nice carry on second down for Kadale Williams. 4 runs, and the Titans opting to keep this thing on the ground here on their opening possession. Man, you look at 73 Aiden Pastoriza, man. He is a grown man playing left tackle.
Yeah, that's, man.
2 back set now. 1 man in motion. That's Alex Pastoriza. And stretching out the run is Pastoriza, and he gets down to the Gladiator 27-yard line. So that same jet motion play that the Gladiators fumbled on, this time the Titans were able to keep both hands on the ball.
Yeah, he was able to capitalize on it, had a couple missed tackles right there, and was able to get a couple extra yards on that one.
Ball on the 26-yard line. Line to gain is the Gladiator 23. I-back formation. They're going to turn in hand to Williams. Williams is stopped right away at the 24-yard line. He'll be short of a first down. First man in there for the Gladiators
was number 34, Matthew Rowson.
Matthew Rowson in there. He had a big-time collision there with Williams in the hole.
Yeah, that was a nice hit. Stopped all the momentum. Looks like Lumen Christi is doing some really quick count snaps on that and just driving it right down the center right now while they got the momentum.
I'd imagine this snap here will probably be on set, or maybe they try to hard count them.
Yeah.
And they hand up the fullback up the middle, or the up back. First carry we've seen of the ball game, that was 22, Isaac Rayberg, and he's got enough to move the chains. Picked up about 2.5 yards when he needed 1. First down now for the Titans on the 19-yard line of the Gladiators. Opening possession of the game. Traverse City took the opening kickoff, or St. Francis took the opening kickoff to the Lumen Christi, 42, and then coughed it up on a fumble. This time the Titans pitch to Williams. He gets a block and is brought down by Harrison Shepard in the open field. Nice play by Harrison Shepard there to get Williams.
Yeah, he was out there, kept containment, was able to have a nice solo tackle on that side. That was awesome.
Got to give a shout-out to Charlie Olivier there. And it looked like Rylson doing a good job of setting the edge and forcing that play back inside for Shepard to make the tackle. So ball is on the Gladiator 17-yard line. Titans need to get to the 10 for the first down. They're going to boot outright, looking in the flats. Almost intercepted by Charlie Olivier. He had both hands on that one.
And he really did play that perfect. He came up a little bit, realized it was a pass, dropped back in that flat, and had a really nice knockdown. I thought that was almost going to be an interception there for a second.
Glad's had all three levels of that boot covered. They had the short route in the flat, the over route at about 7 to 10 yards, and then the deep corner route was covered up nicely as well. So this will be the first third down and long we see for the Titans here.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how they come out on this one.
This time they go with two receivers to the bottom of the screen. Motion pass to Reeser. It's a pitch to Williams. The ball is on the ground.
Slippery.
And it looks like it's going to be St. Francis ball. I believe the man on the ball is a blue jerseyed Gladiator. And I think it's Charlie Olivier on the bottom of that pile.
Oh, we got a flag.
It's St. Francis football.
St. Francis football.
That is indeed who got it back, was Charlie Olivier. Have to check what the penalty was on the field, though, Justin. It looked like it could have been a unsportsmanlike conduct or personal foul after the play.
Yeah, it looks like a Lumen Christi player got kind of popped out of that pile, and that's kind of when that ref threw that flag. So I'm curious to kind of see what he calls on that one.
The other thing to consider here was that foul during or after the play, or if it was after possession had been controlled or after the play was blown dead. Very important things to consider as well for this officiating crew.
Definitely. But another fumble in this game. So we can tell, obviously.
Okay, so that'll move it 15 yards ahead for the Gladiators. They recovered on the 21-yard line, so that'll set up shop for them at the 35. So the recovery at the 20. Push them up 15 yards to the 35. So two fumbles on each team's opening possession. Weather playing a big factor right now, even though it's not currently raining.
Yep. No, it's just everything's wet right now. It's a little slippery, and we can see it takes a toll. Oh.
Harrison Shepard looked like a broken play there, and he does his best just to get back to the initial line of scrimmage. I don't know if he was trying to boot out there and go out for a pass. Lumen Christi defensive line sniffed that one out pretty well, and it'll be second down now for
Lumen Christi's right defensive tackle. There got some good penetration. Looked like it kind of just blew up the play right from the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm looking at it correctly here, that would be number 72 for Lumen Christi who did that. This time, Glads go under center, hand to Charlie Olivier on the left side. Can he break a tackle? He can't. Good swarming defense by the Titans to mitigate the gain. Olivier picks up 2 yards on 2nd and 9. It'll be 3rd and a long 6 for the Gladiators. Line to gain is just inside their own 45-yard line. And, one thing about those fumbles, in addition to the weather, I think there's a lot of built-up hype for this game as well, Justin.
Yeah, a lot of nerves, obviously. Those first couple possessions, you're coming out here, a lot of nerves.
This time the Glads send two receivers to the top and bottom of the screen. Shepard under center. He's going to turn and hand right up the middle, gaining about 2 yards on that play. It was a conservative call, just wanting to test going up the middle of that Titan defense. Jack Gruber was the ball carrier, and he picked up 2 yards. It'll be 4th and 4 as the rain is coming back out on the field now.
Yeah, it's kind of really up the rain right now, and I can see why that conservative call was called. And
right.
Just keep inching it forward.
Lands at the 27-yard line of Lumen Christi.
Nice. Yeah, that punt had a lot of hang time on that. Let the guys get down there and go ahead and touch it down, and took a good St. Francis bounce.
It certainly did. That was, kind of what they needed.
Yep.
So it'll be the second offensive possession here for Lumen Christi.
Yep, starting there at their own 28-yard line.
Justin, what would you be looking here for offensively?
Honestly, they were pushing the ball right down the field last time.
Yeah, that's Kadale Williams, and a nice play made defensively couple Gladiators in there right away. Number 5, Harrison Shepard. Also, Tyler Cadlick.
Yeah, but I can see them just keeping on the ground, doing what they were doing the whole last drive. They got a lot of forward progress on those, and we'll see. I would just be leery with the rain coming up a little bit that, they could have a fake and some play action. And
yeah.
Just something to keep in the back of my mind.
One thing important in this game is to stay within one possession. When both teams are going to be running it heavily as Lumen Christi motions Williams out of the backfield. They're going to pitch it to Pastoriza. He gets a nice block. A nice block, and Pastoriza can fly. Wow. He's at the 20. Yeah. He's 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, wow. Titans. And big-time play. Pastoriza took that from their own 38-yard line for a 62-yard touchdown scamper.
Wow. That hole was huge. He got there, hit the edge.
Got a huge block from senior Luke Smith.
Yep.
I don't know if it was the left guard or tackle, but Luke Smith sprung him and had a nice block by the receiver on the boundary as well.
Yeah, and he hit that second level and put the Jets on.
Man.
He was gone.
Yeah, Alex Pastoriza can fly. And the point after attempt is up, and it's good. So Lumen Christi strikes first over the St. Francis Gladiators. Want to thank our friends and want to take some time and thank Chris Hathaway at Farm Bureau, your pregame show sponsor. Listen, your local Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Hathaway wants to call attention to all lakefront property owners. Did you know that you can protect just about everything that makes up your waterfront property with Farm Bureau Insurance's Lake Estate Insurance? They cover lakefront homes, docks, boats, seawalls, and so much more. Call Chris at 231-947-9452 today to protect your home on the lake. Remember, Farm Bureau, they are Michigan's insurance company and a proud sponsor of Gladiator football here on Next Level Broadcasting. So it was a 62-yard touchdown run for the Lumen Christi Titans that put them on the board here first. Alex Pastoriza got through untouched all the way. So now an opportunity for the Gladiators to respond here. First team drawing blood in this matchup as Lumen Christi set to kick it away once again. Up 7-0. High end over end kick. Fielded at the 5-yard line by Cam Sellers. He's got a pretty good wall out in front. Gets a block from Charlie Olivier, and Cam Sellers brought down at the 14-yard line. I apologize. That block was actually Lisinski in front of him, and a tale of two different starting field positions for the Gladiators right now.
Yeah, starting from their own 14. Got a long road ahead of them. Got about 3 minutes left in this first quarter, so we just got to get some momentum going. I think that's the biggest thing right now.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do here. And we'll see the Gladiators in the shotgun. Two receivers in line formation on the bottom. They drop back to pass. Shepard scrambling, looks to make a move and is going to be brought down at the 15-yard line. Give him 1 yard on the carry. It looked like something there where if he was going to take off and run, he had some running space on the right side, but he probably had to pull it down a second and a half earlier.
Yeah, that D-line for Lumen Christi been giving them a problem all day so far. They're getting a decent amount of penetration, and just staying strong in there.
So it's 2nd and 9 for the Gladiators. The senior making his presence known once again in the backfield. I mean, you look at these defensive tackles and defensive ends for the Titans between Smith and Pastoriza. Those guys are huge.
Yeah, there's some big boys, that's for sure.
Harrison Shepard in the shotgun. It's 3rd and 10 for the Gladiators. 2 men on the bottom, one man to the top of the screen. They motion Cam Sellers. Hand to Cam Sellers. He's trying to get the edge. Does not have blocking at all and gets smothered at the 15-yard line. So Cam Sellers picks up about 1 yard on 3rd and 10, and the Gladiators are going to have to punt this one away again. So the defensive line for the Lumen Christi Titans, it's living up to the hype, only allowing 9 points so far on the season, and you can see why.
Yeah, they're definitely blowing up plays left and right, and they're leaving some big gaps for that secondary, their defense, to get up in there and finish like we just saw with that hit, stop that forward momentum.
Yeah, their defensive line keeping their linebackers free, able to move. Warren Asher puts his foot down into this one. It's a high spiraling kick, fielded at the 45-yard line. Making one man miss was Josh Dumont. Dumont at the 40, the 35, the 30. Dumont with one man to beat, cuts it back, and is brought down at the Gladiator 29-yard line by Harrison Shepard. Actually, they're going to spot him inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. So Dumont puts the Titans with great field position on their third possession of the game. Inside the Gladiator 20, already in the red zone, thanks to that. Let's see. He fielded at the 45 all the way down to the Gladiator 17. So 38-yard return.
Yeah. Yeah, he got a couple good blocks there and executed. It's pretty awesome.
By Williams, broke through like 3, maybe 4 arm tackles there on his way for the 17-yard touchdown run. That was very good running by Kadale Williams, the junior. His first run that we've seen him able to bounce it, get out in space this afternoon.
Yeah, the scrambling, excellent. But also the biggest thing I was seeing there is those blocks in the secondary. You know, you're 7, 8 yards down the field. You had their left tackle there, number 73, Aiden Pastoriza.
Yep.
He had a block, I think, going into the 1 or 2 yard line. I mean, he was down there getting in that second level, and that opened up those cutback and those holes.
And that's Pastoriza, who goes 6'7", 255, 60 pounds, and he's able to move. Both him and his brother Aiden with the 62-yard touchdown run we saw earlier this afternoon to kind of break the seal on this game. The Titans up 14-0 over the Gladiators right now. Gladiators getting the ball back here. Maybe they can set up a good kickoff return. And before we do that, we want to give a shout-out to our friends at Redmond Automotive. Gladiator fans and families, we know that sometimes your teen drivers get in the occasional fender bender or put a clutch out of order if they're trying to learn how to drive a manual transmission. When those occasions occur, trust the pros at Redmond Automotive to get your ride back on the road as quickly as possible. A full service and family owned and operated for over 35 years. That is Redmond Automotive. Gladiators trying to get that motor running here on their third possession of the afternoon. Getting ready to send this one away is Andrew Salazar for the Titans. And the ball was blown off the tee. First time I've seen that in my broadcasting career, at least for high school football.
Yeah.
You see it happen a lot in NFL games.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the wind that knocked that down or the rain. I'm going to be honest. It's coming down right now.
The rain coming down in pockets so far this afternoon. One of those pockets opening up right now with 36 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And that's a end-over-end kick that will be back in the end zone for a touchback, so the Gladiators will have it at their own 20-yard line here. So a wide variety of starting field goal position. And I think the turning point of this game was, I don't want to say the turning point because the Gladiators fumbled their opening possession and then the Titans fumbled their subsequent drive after that. But the offense right now for the Gladiators just kind of seems to be stuck in neutral.
Yeah, I think it's just getting past that defensive line that Lumen Christi has. It's just tough to open up holes right now, and we're getting a lot of penetration on their side, so just need to lock in. And
I think they're going to have to see if they can loosen up this defense with some play-action passes. I formation, Shepard hands up the middle to Warren Asher, and Asher stopped right away. And he keeps the legs moving, and Warren Asher has a gain of 3 yards on 1st and 10.
Wow, what an effort.
I mean, you want to talk about not letting the defense stop you.
No, he kept those legs pumping and made a no-gain play into a 3-yard play. Awesome.
That's the first carry on the season that we've seen for Warren Asher, as the Gladiators have to kind of opt to go in for more a larger formation there. So after 1 quarter of play between the Titans and the Gladiators, Lumen Christi on top 14-0. We're going to step aside and be back after these messages. This is high school football on Next Level Broadcast.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TBC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tbcairport.com now. We offer a full line of docking accessories, including kayaking, support.
All right, here we are. Gladiators with the ball on their own 25-yard line at 2nd and 5 as we start the second quarter of play. They're going to turn in hand to Cam Sellers, and Sellers picks up about a yard on 2nd and 5. Justin, that defensive line for the Jackson Lumen Christi Titans is not moving an inch.
No, not yet, but hey, we do have a lot of – they've been on the field a lot.
That's right.
Today so far. So I'm curious to see if they can keep this up going into the second quarter and see if the Gladiators can get something moving.
I think right now for the confidence offensively, the Gladiators really need to pick up this first down here.
Yep. No, this would be huge.
This time, the Gladiators send 3 receivers to the top of the screen. Mason Daziak to the bottom. Shepard rolling out on the sprint out right. He's looking to make something happen with his feet and pass to Riza, and he brings down Shepard right at the line, or just 2 yards. Well, hang on. 4 yards behind the initial line of scrimmage for a big-time play on 3rd down.
Yeah, he's been a big impact on both sides of the ball today. It's been pretty impressive.
Yeah, what he's been able to do. And initially I thought that the Gladiators were going to opt to sprint out right and throw that to Daziak, who was the lone receiver to that side of the field. But coverage, that was a coverage sack more than anything else, Justin.
Yep, yeah.
As Warren Asher sends this, it's a high end-over-end kick, bouncing out of bounds. Let's see, will they spot this?
Yeah, it's going to be right there, right around the 50-yard line, I believe.
Right at midfield.
Right at midfield.
So Lumen Christi sets up shop at midfield. I think this is a big possession here for the Gladiator defense. Last time the Titans got it on the Gladiator 17-yard line, and that's tough to play defense when you're backed up in your own end zone like that. A little bit better field position here defensively, and we'll see what this Gladiator defense can do here as they have 3 down linemen. Lumen Christi hands to Williams. He's met by Charlie Olivier after a 3-yard gain on 1st and 10. Justin, that 3 down lineman approach for the defensive line of St. Francis, they're all kind of submarining there right at the snap of the ball.
Yep, yeah, we actually used to do that a ton. My junior and senior year, we had some smaller defensive linemen. We always called it grubbing, but basically just, hey, try to get those linemen, keeping them from getting to that second level, and which you can see that Lumen Christi offensive line, very effective so far in the game. So if we can stop them from getting to that second level to block, we can open up some holes.
That's right. 3 down linemen once again. They're going to pump fake, rolling out to pass, and being chased by Daziak. He's got a man open in the flat. He's got a completion to his tight end. A flag thrown late, and that's going to be a late hit on an offensive lineman, taking a cheap shot on Harrison Shepard. The completion was to number 28. And Harrison Shepard took actually 88. It was Charlie Saunders, the junior tight end, who caught the ball, but Harrison Shepard took a late hit on the sideline there, and he's shaken up. It was after Saunders had already been brought down. And this is not what the Gladiators wanted to see here, as Shepard is getting some attention here on the St. Francis sideline.
Yeah, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. But it looks like he's getting up on his feet right now. They're helping him to the sideline.
Yeah, that was a tough hit. We're going to step aside and be back after this message from our friends at PGO's Pizza. And welcome back into high school football on Next Level Broadcasting. The ball spotted at the Gladiator 47-yard line. It'll still be second down again. It was an illegal blindside block after the play was over, so they moved the ball back from where the hit happened, placed it at the 47-yard line. And the Titans of Jackson Lumen Christi are going to take a timeout, and we're going to take some time to tell you about Team Elmers. Established in 1956, and ever since, Team Elmers has been committed to building better communities. And they're going to be bringing you the Team Elmers hardest working player of the afternoon today. The Team Elmers building better communities and hardest working player of the game. That is Team Elmers, proud sponsor of Gladiator football on Next Level Broadcasting. Also want to tell you about the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport is your gateway to northern Michigan, and now is the time to fly TVC. Flying TVC will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. When booking your next trip, book with Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport. Visit tvcairport.com to book your next getaway. Be nice to get away right now with this weather. 49 degrees around the kickoff. Rain kind of coming in and out at different spurts. It's 2nd and 8 on the Gladiator 47. They're going to run a little end-of-round jet motion, and nice play made by Warren Asher. That was right at the shoestrings that he tackled Gabe King.
Yeah, that was a great save there, great tackle. I mean, if he wouldn't have made that, there's a lot of open space after that one.
And oftentimes when it's slippery like this out there, those shoestring tackles are even harder to make.
Yep.
Because the precipitation that accumulates on the feet of players, you just slip right through your hands. And we see a lot of players now not wearing gloves in the backfield for Jackson Lumen Christi, especially Kadale Williams. No gloves for him.
Yep.
It's 3rd and 4. Lumen Christi hands to Williams on the left side of the line. He tries a stiff arm and is brought down. The first Gladiator in there to make the initial hit coming up from his cornerback position was Braden Tharp. So 4th down coming up, and it looks like the Titans are going to opt to punt and try to put the Gladiators back within their own 20, maybe even 15 if they can execute this punt well.
Yeah, the Gladiators got the stop that we were talking about that they needed to just stop their momentum. So we'll see how this punt goes and give the Gladiators the ball back.
It's Andrew Salazar deep to kick it away. It's a kind of wobbling kick out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the Gladiator 28-yard line. So all things considered, pretty good field position the Gladiators will have here on this upcoming possession. But we see Harrison Shepard on the sideline here getting checked out by medical personnel. So we'll see what the Gladiator offense looks like here now that Harrison Shepard looks like he's going to take a trip into the locker room, and he's assisted by a couple of medical assistants. So this offensive unit now for the Gladiators will be coordinated by the quarterback. They're going to run a speed option to him on the left side. He's got some room out across the 30, brought down after a gain of 4 yards at the 32-yard line. So no student body left there, Justin, able to gain a nice almost handful of yards there.
Yeah, that's a nice opening run for Braxton, coming out here as a sophomore, having to step in for Shepard while he's down on the sideline. It's a great little start.
So Lisinski now under center. And he's going to turn and hand on the counter, keeping those legs moving and getting out to the 34-yard line was Charlie Olivier. And he was brought down by a couple of Titans. It'll be third and a long 4. Sideline marker says 4 yards, but it's a hefty 4 yards.
Yeah, that's a long one.
Line to gain is just past the 38. One back set for the Gladiator. And he was brought down there by the linebacker for the Titans, Cassius Griffin. Got the inside or middle linebacker, Griffin, read that one. And Lisinski got 1 yard, and looks like punt formation now for the Gladiators. So this is the third time that these two teams have played in 2 years. Last year they played week 2 down in Jackson. The Gladiators won that game and then met once again at Ford Field. Now playing again for the third time in 12 months. Warren Asher sends this one away, bounces at the Titan 28-yard line and goes out of bounds at the 25. So a nice punt by Warren Asher, putting the Titans back at their own 25-yard line. And that's where the Titans will have it to set up shop. And while we have a moment, let's tell you about Culver Meadows. Located off of Silver Lake Road is Culver Meadows, Grand Traverse premier senior living center specializing in Alzheimer's and dementia care. Their friendly and experienced staff can truly be an extension of your family and will offer you peace of mind that your loved ones are cared for with friendliness, care, and expertise. For more information, call 231-633-9430. The Titans back under center, picking up about 1 yard on that. Was that a little trap play they tried to run there, Justin?
Yeah, it looked like another one. Yep. We saw that a ton early. They were just pounding the ball straight down, and I suspect with how the rain's coming in a little bit harder now, and we've seen the problems with the fumbles across the board, I don't see them straying far from that strategy kind of the rest of the game.
And the way the Gladiator defensive line is kind of submarining there, it kind of eliminates the threat of the trap.
Exactly. Yeah, and you can kind of see the size difference we have up front right now.
That's right. This time they pitch it to Williams. He gets a nice hole on the right side, brought down by Cam Sellers at the 33-yard line. That was a nice open field tackle. It looked initially that Williams had a lot of running room there, Justin.
Yeah, he did. And Sellers really closed that gap, came up, made a good tackle. It was awesome.
Outside of that one run for Williams, we haven't seen him with his home run hitting ability. It was Pastoriza with the 62-yard touchdown run, and then Williams capped off that 17-yard touchdown run that the Gladiators gave a short field to the Titans on. So far, Gladiator defense with an opportunity here. Titans come out with double tight formation. They're going to hand to Williams up the middle. He slips through one tackle and should have enough for a first down.
Yeah, we saw number 14 there, Tyler Cadlick, come up, kind of close that guy, get the first hit on him, slow him down, and the rest of the Gladiator defense came in there. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I think the strategy right now is to play in a box and not let the Titans get out in space.
Yeah, and that defensive line for the Gladiators doing that grubbing that they're doing.
There's a pitch out right. Williams hits the hole pretty good. He's got a 5-yard gain on the toss left. Lumen Christi running the ball. They have thrown it twice. One of those passes should have been intercepted by Charlie Olivier, and the other one was a completion but brought back to the line of scrimmage on that illegal blindside block that looked like it ended the day for Gladiator quarterback Harrison Shepard and starting strong safety. So Gladiators playing down Harrison Shepard, which is tough sledding as the handoff goes to Aiden Pastoriza. He gets out to the 30 or the 44-yard line on the jet motion handoff. We'll have another third and about 2.
Yep. Yeah, I'm really liking what they're doing with the defensive line there, kind of getting that grubbing action. Takes those big offensive linemen of Lumen Christi kind of out from getting to those linebackers. And Gladiator linebackers are responding.
They're going to hand up the middle again, and he's stopped. Nice play made at the line of scrimmage by, it was Matthew Rylson who stopped it's like a straight dive up the middle.
Tried to go up over the top, and nope, stuffed right there. Awesome play.
Big call here for Herb Brogan on 4th and 1 from their own 45-yard line. I bet this is a quarterback sneak, Justin.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking it.
Or
looks
a hard
like they're
count.
Pretty tight. Oh, here we go.
And they get it.
Yep.
They convert it, just the straight quarterback sneak from Timmy Crowley. Crowley took one snap in last year's championship game under center. He had to come in as their starting quarterback. His helmet came off, so Crowley came in for one play at quarterback last year down at Ford Field. But he picks up the first down on that quarterback sneak. This quarter is flying by, already down to almost the 1 minute, 5 second mark. Jackson Lumen Christi to receive the third quarter kickoff. They send 2 receivers to the top of the screen. Crowley rolling out, throwing a deep ball on the corner route. It's caught by Pastoriza, brought down by Cam Sellers at the Gladiator 23-yard line. So that is a big-time play on 1st and 10 as Lumen Christi dialed up a nice little 7 route.
Yeah, that was heck of a route, heck of a throw, and the offensive line provided him a lot of protection up there. So he had the time to set, turn his hips, and get everything into that throw and put it in an absolute keyhole. Like to see it.
That was a nice ball as well. Cam Sellers kind of had to play catch-up there. Often don't have to see him do that with his elite speed. And there's a false start on the Titan left side of the offensive line. Guilty party was Logan Decker. So that'll move them back. So 1st and 10 now after the penalty on the Titans. Crowley sends a man in motion out to the flat. He's going to boot out on the play-action pass. He's throwing up the seam, got a completion to his big tight end. That's Charlie Saunders. And Crowley completes it to Saunders. Saunders is down inside the 10-yard line of the Gladiators, and the Titans are on the door here looking to get points before the end of the first half.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're letting off right now at all. They're trying to get in that end zone before the half and kind of send a message into the locker room.
And now that the rain has kind of stopped, they're looking to get that offset eye. They're going to toss it to Williams. Williams bouncing it out left side. Big-time hit by Warren Asher. And Williams kind of squeezes his way down inside the 5. He was marked down at the 3-yard line and a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their second charge timeout of the afternoon. When they take a timeout, we want to tell you about our friends at Hudson John Deere. Listen, the seasons change, obviously, as last week it was about 80 degrees during kickoff, but the chores never stop. And it's time to gear up for fall with a John Deere compact tractor from Hudson. Plenty of inventory and thousands in savings. A John Deere compact tractor from Hudson. Your fall chores just got easier. Check it out for yourself at HudsonInc.com. Also want to thank our sponsors of Alpers Excavating. And Alpers Excavating is a proud fourth-generation St. Francis community family that is proud to support Gladiator football this season. Family owned and operated, and is a trusted service provider for all your large-scale exterior or outdoor projects. That is Alpers Excavating. And here we are back in the broadcast booth, Next Level Broadcasting. Charles Strail, Justin Liptak, bringing this game to you wherever you're watching from. Thanks for tuning in and making us a part of your Saturday afternoon. Justin, we've seen some opportunities for the Gladiators, but they just haven't been able to sustain drives.
Yep. Yeah, it just they take, like 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, and keep getting back to the ball. And, hey,
and for the most part, the defense has been holding its own, really selling out to stop the run.
Yeah, you can tell they made those adjustments kind of after the first quarter. We noticed, the defensive line adjustments, and they've been holding them pretty well now.
This time we'll have a second down and goal. The ball is at the 2-yard line. We'll see what the Titans opt to do here. They've got 1 timeout left. This would be a big goal line stand for the Gladiators if they're able to pull something off here as the Titans come out in an offset I formation. They're going to keep it, boot out left, pressure in the backfield, throwing out of bounds, looking for his halfback, Isaac Rayberg, was Crowley, and Crowley had pressure in his face. Applying that pressure was Matthew Rylson for the Gladiator defense. Rylson did a good job of diagnosing that play action and got back there in the backfield.
Yep, yeah. Applied that pressure, and that's something we haven't been seeing so far. Usually, Lumen Christi has been able to kind of be back there and have a lot of time to pass the ball.
And, I'm going to go out on the limb here and say Lumen Christi runs this off left tackle.
Yeah, I'd concur with that one.
They have 2 backs. They hand to Williams, and big-time stop
Warren
by there on the 3rd effort.
Yeah, looks like the 3rd effort.
Warren Asher was the first Gladiator to meet him right in the hole, stood him up. And I don't know if Williams was able to slip through the tackle or just kind of get low and power the legs in for the touchdown, but initially stopped by Asher, and that was just all heart by Williams to put more points on the board for the Titans. Point after attempt is good as the officials do a double take as they put their arms up in the point after good formation. So 21-0 now the score between Titans and Gladiators. That was a big drive.
Yep.
If the Gladiators could have held the Titans out of the end zone there, we might have a different feel for this ball game.
Yeah, would have really stopped the momentum. This, going into almost halftime now, 21-0. Hopefully we'd just like to see the Gladiators get a little momentum here right before the half, just kind of get that confidence back a little bit.
Right. And the sun's out, but it's still raining. So nothing like an October afternoon in northern Michigan to be bringing you wherever you are tuning in from. We want to thank you for tuning in and making us a part of your afternoon, incorporating Gladiator football with this state finals rematch between these two teams. As the Division 7 rankings currently stand in terms of points, playoff points, the Gladiators with 20 and ranked 23. Jackson Lumen Christi ranked number 1 in the playoff point standings. Sending it away is Salazar.
Nice little line drive.
Yep. It's going to be fielded by Sellers at his 11. They hand off to Charlie Bashinsky. That was a nice tackle.
That was a nice tackle. Got him right by the foot. And I'm going to be honest, if he wouldn't have made that tackle, there was a pretty big hole there, a lot of space. So he might have been able to make a bigger play out of it.
I agree. And, so far, Justin, I'd say the skill position players between both teams are pretty even. Mm-hmm. I think it's just the guys up front making the difference between Lumen Christi and St. Francis.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. I can tell at least skill position, speed-wise, pretty even.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of open field tackles and stuff, plays being made.
Lasinski under center. He's going to turn and hand to Cam Sellers. That looked like they were trying to run a little option look there, and Sellers brought down by a slew of Lumen Christi Titans. And that will be the last play of the half. So after 24 minutes in the books here from Thurlby Field, Gladiators down to the Jackson Lumen Christi Titans 21-0. We're going to step aside here, thank some of our sponsors, and then when we come back, we'll have our live look-in at a couple of the snippets of the Gladiator Marching Band, our halftime analysis, and the Cherry Capital Airport halftime show coming up next on Next Level Broadcasting.
Our lives are a collection of experiences, moments of happiness or times of great loss. First homes, new babies, property loss, even heartache. Knowing that your insurance provider is always close by offers comfort. At Farm Bureau Insurance, the experience you get with our local trusted advisors is different. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
Welcome to Culver Meadows, Traverse City's premier Welcome to Culver Meadows, Traverse City's premier family-owned senior living community specializing in dementia care. Here at Culver Meadows, we cultivate the perfect environment for your loved ones by combining our setting, scenery, and social interaction of our residents. We pride ourselves at being an extension of your own family here at Culver Meadows. Call 231-633-9430.
Twin Bay Dock's exclusive diamond pattern is stylish to complement your waterfront property. It's quality built to last a lifetime. Engineered to be stronger, our non-skid surface stays cool to the touch, and we offer a full line of dock accessories, including kayak and supboard racks. To see all we have to offer, visit our website to find a dealer near you. Twin Bay Docks, simply exceptional quality.
With more than 18 years of construction and deck building experience, Renew It Decks and Outdoor Living wants you to know that they can customize and turn your deck and outdoor living space into something right out of your dreams. But wait, Renew It Decks and Outdoor Living is now hiring employees in the Grand Traverse area, featuring a competitive industry wage, 5 weeks of paid time off, profit sharing, a 401k match program, health insurance options, advancement opportunities, and full-time year-round work. For job inquiries, call 1-231-881-6282.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
We offer a full line of dock accessories, including kayak and subboard docks. To see all we have to offer, visit our website to find a dealer near you. Midday Docks. Exceptional quality.
Our lives are a collection of experiences, moments of happiness or times of great loss. First homes, new babies, property loss, even heartache. Knowing that your insurance provider is always close by offers comfort. At Farm Bureau Insurance, the experience you get with our local trusted advisors is different. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
Welcome to Culver Meadows, Traverse City's premier family-owned senior living community specializing in dementia care. Here at Culver Meadows, we cultivate the perfect environment for your loved ones by combining our setting, scenery, and social interaction of our residents. We pride ourselves at being an extension of your own family here at Culver Meadows. Call 231-633-9430. Welcome to Culver Meadows, Traverse City's premier family-owned senior living community specializing in dementia care. Here at Culver Meadows, we cultivate the perfect environment for your loved ones by combining our setting, scenery, and social interaction of our residents. We pride ourselves at being an extension of your own family. Here
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Welcome to Culver Meadows, Traverse City's premier family-owned senior living community specializing in dementia care. Here at Culver Meadows, we cultivate the perfect environment for your loved ones by combining our setting, scenery, and social interaction of our residents. We pride ourselves at being an extension of your own family here at Culver Meadows.
More than 18 years of construction and deck building experience, Renew It Decks and Outdoor Living wants you to know that they can customize and turn your deck and outdoor living space into something right out of your dreams. But wait, Renew It Decks and Outdoor Living is now hiring employees in the Grand Traverse area, featuring a competitive industry wage, 5 weeks of paid time off, profit sharing, a 401k match program, health insurance options, advancement opportunities, and full-time year-round work. For job inquiries, call 1-231-881-6282. And here we are. Welcome into the Cherry Capital Airport halftime show, sponsored by Cherry Capital, reminding you to fly TVC. You can do that at tvcairport.com. Charles Trail along with Justin Liptak here. It's halftime between the Jackson Lumen Christi Titans and the Traverse City St. Francis Gladiators. Justin, we've seen both these teams have a couple different possessions. We saw the opening kickoff taken out by Cam Sellers all the way to the Lumen Christi 42. Unfortunately, the Gladiators turned it over on second down there, and they haven't been in Lumen Christi territory ever since. What have you seen so far from this vaunted Lumen Christi defense that has really put the clamps on the Gladiator offense since that opening possession.
Yeah, it's really come down to the biggest impact is that defensive line up front. They're getting a ton of penetration, a lot of pressure, blowing up the play early on, and it's just kind of making the Gladiators react from that. And it's been really hard to be able to get any gaps opened up and get any running straight ahead.
And so far we came in talking about the different impact players for the Titans. We knew that the Pastoriza, if they're brothers or if they're cousins, we knew that they would have their impact on the game. From his left tackle position, Aiden Pastoriza, and from the running back wide receiver position, Alex Pastoriza, they've had their fingerprints all over this one this afternoon. The younger brother, or potentially younger cousin, Alex, had that 62-yard touchdown run that broke the seal on this game in the first quarter. That one was a big, momentous touchdown run, and it happened at a point in time where this game felt like it was still in flux early. And you and I said during the halftime break that if the Gladiators might have been able to capitalize on that opening possession for some points, field goal, or touchdown, this game would feel much different at this point in time in the game.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, it was an opportunity that they had to kind of put a little bit, close that gap a little more, and could have really kind of maybe changed the first half and how it went. But coming out of the half, hopefully, the Gladiators can get a stop, and we can go ahead and get a little bit of momentum going forward. See if we can get a little different outcome here in this second half, and how based just off of how the first half went.
And, one thing that I'm going to be looking for here in the third quarter, Justin, so the Titans will receive the third quarter kickoff. Mm-hmm. I think the Gladiators have a big task ahead of them to slow down this running game. We saw in the end of the second quarter the Gladiators really selling out to stop the run.
Yep.
And once the Titans saw that, we started seeing a lot more play-action passes.
Yep, definitely. Yep, and I think they kind of realized that, too, with the Gladiators using their front three to really grub and hold up that middle part of the offensive line. Kind of alleviates the pressure from the quarterback, the Lumen Christi, being able to drop back and throw because he knows they're not going to be coming full head of steam. So open up some opportunities, and he has a couple great balls.
Exactly. The Gladiators oftentimes with that three lineman front, two stand up, 7 or 9 techs depending on the alignment. And oftentimes when your 3 down linemen are, going down low, trying to disrupt the guards from pulling or getting to the second level to the linebackers, you don't have much of a pass rush. We did see a couple of times, though, where Matthew Rylson was able to get into the backfield on a second down, not down near the goal line. The Titans threw it on second down, and then it was a heroic effort by Kadale Williams, the junior. He was met right in the hole. He actually got popped pretty good by Warren Asher. You and I both saw it right here from the press box, and somehow Williams was able to get his way into the end zone.
Yeah, that hit from Asher, obviously I thought it was kind of a done deal that he wasn't getting in, but I don't know if maybe kind of just stopped him, got him up high, and then Williams was able to go ahead and kind of spin out of that and get into the end zone. But
right.
It's a great just second effort on his side.
So we're back getting ready here for the third quarter of Gladiator football here on Next Level Broadcasting. Thank you for joining us and being a part of the Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport halftime show. About 15 seconds here before this gets kicked away. It'll be Sam Wildfong teeing it up for the Gladiators as the sun is breaking through the cloud layer right now. And for now, at least, we have some sun shining over top of Thurlby.
Yeah, it kind of seems like it's been coming in and out all day. It's either all of a sudden raining or it's sunny and back and forth. Just classic Northern Michigan October football weather.
It's like me trying to choose if I want KFC or Taco Bell.
Exactly.
I mean, it's back and forth. And this one caught at the 25 on the fly. Matthews caught that one. End over end kick, had to jump up for it. And he returned it 15, was it a 20-yard or 20-yard return, caught it at his own 25, brought it out to the 45.
Yeah, that was quite the snag he had there. That was coming out kind of a line drive, and he was able to catch it up above his head. It's a nice job.
Typically, the players that are playing up in formation on kickoff return don't have that type of skill set, but he said, watch this.
Exactly.
Crowley in the shotgun, they're going to run, and they get a nice block, missed the tackle, slipping through, and all the way down to the Gladiator 37-yard line as the running back. It was number 21, Xavier Gallant, for the Lumen Christi Titans, and they pick up a solid gain.
Yeah, that was a good tackle there by Cam Sellers on the outside as well. Kind of saved that play. If it wasn't for him, I don't think there was anybody stopping him after that.
Yeah, a gain of 17 there on first down for the Titans. This time they're going to pitch it out to Williams. Williams gets a nice lead block, and Williams is through the second layer of the defense. He cuts through two Gladiators, and Williams is in for a touchdown, 37-yard touchdown for Cadale Williams. And I don't know how he was able to make that cut there at the end. He kind of just knifed right through two secondary players for the Gladiators and was able to punch it in up from 37 yards out.
I was going to say, I thought for sure that was a done deal. He was going down, but he slipped right through both those two defenders, and he got excellent cut. It was
got an excellent lead block out there by his two running backs that were in the backfield ahead of him, able to spring him and give him the edge. On the afternoon, a 4 for 4 for big number 61 for the Titans. And, that run was just kind of the epitome of the game so far. Gladiators having a couple opportunities to get the running back right in the line of scrimmage or near the line of scrimmage. Broke through one tackle, and then I don't know if it was a miscommunication between those two Gladiators in the backfield or in the second level. I think one of them thought the other one was going to try and make the play or make the tackle, and Williams just went right through the middle of them.
Yeah, I think, it was just an excellent cut. It was his vision, obviously we've seen it all day, and his touchdown earlier in the first half, he had awesome vision, able to cut back and forth and kind of weave his way to the end zone, and we got to see it again.
So Salazar teeing it up once again for the Lumen Christi Titans. 11 minutes, 18 seconds remaining in the third quarter here from Thurley Field. It's Sellers and excellent special teams play made by Ryan Walicki for the Titans, and the Gladiators will have it at their own 19, setting up shop here. First possession of the third quarter. First possession that they've had really free of the elements.
Yeah.
Not a lot of wind at the moment. Currently no precipitation falling down from the sky, so Lisinski and the Gladiators will get a clean slate here to see what they can do in this second half.
Yeah, we got Harris.
Sellers keeps the legs moving, gets away from the initial tackle, gets some push from the offensive lineman, and he's actually off his feet now.
Wow.
His feet touching the ground. He was on a magic carpet ride.
No, for a second I thought we were watching a rugby match there because it was an absolute scrum there.
It certainly did look like it there for a brief moment in time. We'll see what the Gladiators opt to do here on second down. I'd say the big thing for St. Francis is to just stay ahead of the chains here. Keep themselves in second and manageables and third and shorts as they opt for a shotgun set here with Lisin. And it'll be a third and manageable here. Let's call it a 3rd and 5. Line to gain is the 29-yard line. Gladiators sending the play in from the sideline here. We're under the 10-minute mark in the third quarter. And this is a big play early on in the third. And we'll see And a timeout taken by head coach Josh Sellers. Wants to talk this one up a little bit more as he wanted to see what that Lumen Christi defense would come out looking at. Justin, it's a 3rd and 5 here. You're playing with your second-string quarterback. It's not raining right now, so the play-action pass isn't out of the question, but it might be a time where you got to dial up the play-action pass you're most comfortable calling here.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is putting, the quarterback really in Braxton in a position where he's got a comfortable throw that he can make, and it's possibly something maybe in one of the flats. You need 5 yards. You need to get that first down first just to get a little more momentum and just kind of take it from there.
Yeah, and we'll see if they opt to go under center or if they come out in a shotgun set. I would imagine if they rolled him out to the strong side of the field. In high school football, the boundaries are much wider than in college and in the NFL.
Yep.
So if they're able to roll him out to the strong side as we're getting some more rain now, he's under center, full house backfield behind him, 2 tight ends. He's going to turn and hand, drops back to pass, moves around in the pocket. He's got to buy some time, and he throws this one away. Pressure applied by guess who? It was Aiden Pastoriza trying to hunt down Braxton Lisinski in the backfield, and Lisinski just threw that one out of bounds. I didn't see the coverage back there in the secondary. Did you? It looked like
Looks like they had them all pretty locked up.
Yeah, they were playing man too.
Yeah, and that deep penetration there by the defensive line, I think, kind of just threw the drop back kind of out of sync and sent them to one side. So.
We'll see what this looks like as the Gladiators come out. Pump formation. Warren Asher ready to send this one away. Puts it down. It's a 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We're going to step aside here and come back in 30 seconds after this message.
Our lives are a collection of experiences, moments of happiness or times of great loss. First homes, new babies, property loss, even heartache. Knowing that your insurance provider is always close by offers comfort. At Farm Bureau Insurance, the experience you get with our local trusted advisors is different. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can
So it'll be a 2nd and 6 for the Titans. Ball on their own 43. They're going to pitch it. That's a new running back in the game for them, London Hampton. He's out near midfield for a first down. I believe that's the first carry we've seen him get this afternoon. Looks like the day might be over for number 1, Kadale Williams.
Yeah, he might be not coming back in to run anymore today. We'll see. I gotta imagine Lumen Christi's looking at this as maybe wanting to save him a little bit. And here comes the rain.
Yeah, it's definitely starting to come down a little bit more as we approach the 7-minute, 50-second mark. Ball right at midfield. And a nice cut off the left tackle.
We had some good containment on the side there from the Gladiators, making them turn back in, and that defensive secondary cleaning it up.
Yeah, Mason Daciak doing a good job on that strong side defensive end position, making Gallant turn it back up into the heart of the Gladiator defense. So we'll have a 2nd and 5 now for the Jackson Lumen Christi Titans when they break the huddle. They send one man down to the boundary. That's Colin Wilson. And they're handing off right off left guard, and he's breaking through at the 30-25. Brought down at the 21-yard line was London Hampton. And once again, running off the left side of the offensive line, working in tandem and working well in tandem. Left guard and left tackle. That's Pastoriza and Maverick Sturgakos. That left guard, left tackle combination there doing a good job of just being able to really control the line of scrimmage, especially on the left side of the offensive line.
Yeah, they've been grinding all day. It's been pretty impressive. Oh.
And a big-time play.
Hit.
Big-time play made up the middle. I believe that was 34, Matthew Rylson,
yeah.
who, I mean, we heard the pads pop all the way up here in the booth on that one, and definitely needed that to kind of jolt some energy back into this Gladiator defense. Want to remind everyone, actually, I shouldn't remind everyone because we haven't told the people tuning in yet, but we've got some former Gladiators joining us up here in the press box. We've got Garrett Hathaway. He's going to be putting on a microphone and headset here, talking a little football here as the Titans send one man in motion, pitch it to Hampton. Rylson unable to make the play. Nice play made by Cam Sellers at the 20-yard line, though, to bring down Hampton. And I think Rylson was just able to buy enough time for Sellers to get there and make that play. So it's 3rd and 6, just on the outskirts of the Gladiator red zone here. This drive started for the Titans at their, I believe their own 45. Once again, sending one man into the bottom of the formation. They're going to hand off, and Mason Daziak was the first Gladiator in there.
There's Matthew Rylson again, coming up with the club, cleaning up that tackle right in the secondary. Pretty awesome. But
once again, Daziak doing a good job of setting the edge and turning that play back up inside. He needed to do that in order for Rylson to come in and make the play from his will linebacker position, and he did just the thing. And it's hard to wrap up when you got a club on your hand. I mean, I don't know how they teach you to tackle with a form-fitted cast on your right hand, but he's made a couple of plays here so far, and he seems to be playing just well with that cast on. Dropping back to pass, rolling out to the right in the flats. He's got a completion down to the 2-yard line. Guess who? Alex Pastoriza. A flag is down at the 29-yard line. We'll see what the penalty is and who the guilty party is. It looked like it might be on the right side of the offensive line, Justin.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I kind of got lost on that. I was looking at the flat, and I didn't even see that.
And
I don't even. Looks like it's backing up. Looks like it was a holding.
It does look like it was a hold. So that'll back up the Titans to their own 30-yard line. It's 4th and a long 16 for the Titans now. Ball in their own 30. Line to gain is the 19-yard line. Actually, I apologize, 14. They're going to throw the fade route to Williams up the far sideline, and a flag is thrown there, and he gets it. He was trying to work back to the ball. It was well underthrown. And Tommy Donahue was the Gladiator in coverage there, and he just kind of had to impede the progress of Williams, who was trying to work back to the ball on that fade route. And on 4th and 16, the Titans get a huge conversion. As we are joined up in the booth here, we want to welcome in first Garrett Hathaway. Garrett, glad to have you. Thanks for making the trip back up to Traverse City, coming all the way up from Indiana. How are you doing today?
Doing good, sir. How are you?
Can't complain. We're in the booth. We're dry. We're getting a little rain coming through the window, but it's not bad. A lot of things to take into consideration here. Obviously, losing Harrison Shepard really, really hurt this offensive approach here. But now on 4th and 2, Gladiators with an opportunity to stop the Titans here as the Titans pitch it to outside at the 10, at the 5, pushed out at the 1 was London Hampton. And Hampton's down inside the 3, and he's got a first down for the Titans. Once again, working around the left side of the offensive line, Pastor Riza did a good job of sealing the edge there, Justin.
Yeah.
And that's going to set up a first and goal situation here. So let's bring back in Garrett. We saw Harrison Shepard take that late hit, and since then, the offense, it's been struggling. And right now, as the Titans line up, they're going to turn and hand to Xavier, and he's in. That was Xavier Gallant in for the touchdown, putting the Titans up 34-0. As we welcome back in Garrett Hathaway. So, first of all, welcome into the Next Level Broadcasting broadcast booth. I know it looks, maybe like your college dorm room up here.
Yeah.
It's quite the setup that we have up here in the press box. But first of all, welcome in, and thanks for coming up. We're going to quiz you down here, ask you about 40 questions here after this point-after attempt is good by Salazar. So last year you saw this Lumen Christi team down at Ford Field. Unfortunately, didn't go your way. And this is kind of becoming a rivalry between these two schools to meet up, and this is the third time that they've played. What have you passed on from your senior class to this younger group of Gladiators now that you really hope to see continue, even though it might not be reflected on the scoreboard right now?
Yeah, I think our big thing was just kind of leaving our legacy and teaching them that you got to work hard for the things that you want to go after in life, and that things don't come easy. And if you want to, take a trip all the way to the state championship, it's going to take a lot of work, not just at practice, but in the off season as well.
Sure, and we see it's kind of been a test of attrition right now for the Gladiators this season. In the second game of the year, Tyler Enders was injured at Lawton. You see Harrison injured here, so they're working on third-string quarterback here with Lisinski. So you got to have that depth, but in games like this is where you build those mental callus to ensure that when you're down a man in the future, you know how to respond, right?
Yeah, you always just got to be ready to have someone next man up mentality kind of thing.
As this is a squib kick fielded at the 5-yard line by Charlie Olivier. He's across the 20, out to the 24-yard line, and he's brought down by number 88, Charlie Saunders, for the Lumen Christi Titans. Charles Strail, Justin Liptak, joined by Garrett Hathaway up here in the booth. 3 minutes, 51 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Garrett, tell us a little bit about what you're doing now down at college in Indiana.
So I'm a business major at Indiana Wesleyan. I also am on the football team. It's an NAIA school. We're having a good season so far. We're undefeated. We have a game tonight at 6. Nothing else really going on. Just kind of supporting the team, going to practice every day, working hard, trying to work my way up.
Sure. Lisinski under center is going to turn and hand. That's Warren Asher getting the carry, and that's something new we've seen the Gladiators throw into this game. We haven't seen any carries been given to Warren so far this season. He's running hard, averaging around 4.5 yards a carry against a really good defense. So, Garrett, who are you guys playing this evening?
We play Taylor University this evening. It's kind of our school rival.
Okay. As the Gladiators now go back under center, that's Lisinski. 2 tight ends as Lumen Christi with a 3 down lineman front. Lisinski hands up with it, and it was Ryan Walicki for the Titans who was able to be at the right spot at the right time and recover that football. It looked like there was a exchange problem there, Justin, between Asher and Lisinski.
Looked kind of like maybe a little miscommunication, and then kind of looked like that ball got put in there a little late and maybe just popped out off the hip. And then obviously the rain's also kicking back up. So
right. Garrett, you ran that play a lot last year, and that looked like there was a miscommunication on whether Warren was going to take the ball or just go with the lead block there.
Can't get in there, obviously, with the rain. It's difficult, too.
Right. Those mesh points become even more crucial when you're out there playing in the elements like there are this afternoon. 1 minute, 35 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. It's a 2nd and 5.
Looks like Lumen Christi's kind of switched out. Looks like they got their backup offensive line in there now.
Right. See a lot of
Their
different.
whole backup. Yeah, looks like their whole backup offense.
And that ball is on the ground. It's recovered by the backup quarterback. It's Adam Fuller getting some snaps this afternoon. Also want to bring in John Hagelstein. John, good to have you up here in the broadcast booth. Thanks for actually, you don't look that wet either. Where have you been watching this game at?
We've been under the
overhang?
Yeah, the press box here.
Okay. I was going to say, you guys look about as dry as us up here. Glad to have you here. We're going to ask you some questions as well. Fuller now under center. He's going to keep it. Boot around right. Gets 2 lead blocks out past the 30. Down to the 24-yard line goes Adam Fuller. And so John Hathaway and Garrett Hathaway, John Hagelstein and Garrett Hathaway joining us. 2 seniors who played on last year's Gladiator team that made it to the state finals. I'm going to bring in John. So you're up at Michigan Tech.
Yep, correct.
And have you seen snow yet in the Upper Peninsula?
I've not seen snow. I've seen hail that's like stuck to the ground and looked like snow, but no snow yet.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about.
There's a huge difference. I mean, as soon as I got there, I'm not the tallest guy in the field anymore.
Okay.
And everyone weighs quite a bit more than me. Everyone's faster and stronger than high school, so everything's played at a faster pace. But it took about a week or 2 to settle in, and once you got there, then you kind of know how you got to play and why you're playing there, and it's fun.
Okay. So you've enjoyed the experience so far. How is the team faring so far?
Right now, we just dropped a game today to Wayne State, so right now we're sitting at 3-2. We dropped a game to Davenport as well. But we have a new head coach this year, Coach Matt Lack. He's doing real good. We just starting to get our offense going. But once we get that tuned in, we should be a pretty solid team.
Okay. Jack, you got a lot of miles that you put on that bus.
For sure. Every trip's about 6+ hours.
Yeah. All right, so Adam Fuller back under center for the Titans. 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen. They're going to pitch this outside to London Hampton. A nice play made at about the 29-yard line by Sam Wildfong. And that was a nice tackle in open space there, Justin. We've seen a couple of those so far this afternoon by the Gladiator defense.
Yeah, they're holding strong on that. Really, the skill positions, especially in that defensive secondary, have been making some really great solo tackles, maintaining the edges and keeping some of these big breakout plays from happening.
I'd say so far that Team Elmer's hardest working player of the game defensively, I'd have to give it to Mason Daisiak for his job setting the edge out there on the far side of the defensive line. Gladiators take over on downs. Ball on their 22-yard line. They hand this one up the middle, getting out to the 26-yard line. A gain of 3 yards on the carry. Cam Sellers takes it to the, well, they're going to spot him at the 25, which I think kind of is a short changing of the spot there. I think he really got out to the 26. 10 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Gladiators shuffling, not changing too much personnel up, but bringing in a play from the sideline as they come back with a double tight formation. Full house backfield. Lisinski under center, working against the 3-down lineman front for the Titans. Lisinski's going to turn and hand to Charlie Olivier, and Olivier picks his way out to the 29-yard line. While we have a moment in between plays here, want to give a shout out to our friends at Green Mick Car Wash. Located on 1840 North US 31 is Green Mick Car Wash, a luxury auto spa that keeps it features equipment made in the U.S. and is a full-time employer of local Traverse City residents. And also with state-of-the-art technology, that is Green Mick Car Wash. 3rd and 4 here for the Gladiators. Lisinski under center. Going to turn and pivot and hand into the backfield, and a big-time play was made by Austin Simmons. The junior defensive end met Charlie Olivier and greeted him promptly.
Yep. Nice hit there.
A nice hit, and that'll bring up a 4th and 5 from the 28-yard line of the Gladiator. And so kind of unfamiliar territory for this Gladiator team to be finding themselves in such lopsided scoreboard positions due to the precedence of the school and the recent track record of the success as Warren Asher sends this spiraling punt down to the 20-yard line. Asher let that one go at about his 19. The line of scrimmage was the 28. So he flips the field position on its head as the ball was on the 28, and he sends it down inside the 20 for the Lumen Christi Titans. Will take over after this. But first, we want to give a shout-out to our sponsor, Renew It Decks and Outdoor Living. With more than 18 years of construction and deck building experience, Renew It Decks and Outdoor Living will customize your deck and outdoor living space to fit your tastes and lifestyle. But wait, there's more. This is the important one. They're hiring in the Grand Traverse area, offering a competitive industry wage, 5 weeks of paid time off, profit sharing, a 401k match, health insurance options, and advancement opportunities, and full-time year-round work. Adam Fuller hands off to Xavier Gallant, and he's brought down after Stid and getting some full-time year-round work in the Traverse City area. They're hiring, and you can give them a call at 231-881-6282. All right. It is Titan football on the 20-yard line. Line to gain is the 28. They're going to pitch this out to that's a different running back. That's Mason Herney. And Herney down to the 29-yard line, and he'll have enough for a first down. It was Warren Asher who ranged over to make the play and eventually bring down Herney, but not before Herney was able to pick up a Titan first down. So Titans doing a good job of keeping this one on the ground. We haven't seen too much of the passing game since the second quarter when they went down and scored right before the end of the first half.
Yeah, and I don't really anticipate seeing them really throw the ball much more because they're getting a lot of penetration, both at the offensive line and just go ahead and run the ball, keeping it between the tackles and those little bit of runs to the outside as well.
I think the off week comes at a very good time for this Gladiator team, given the current state of the injuries and health of this current roster. Herney picks his way to the 35-yard line on the carry there, but with a lot of the key impact players for the Gladiators injured, like we saw Harrison Shepard leave today's game in the second quarter, and he has not returned in the second half. I think next week, having an off week, is a good time to heal up for these Gladiators to really get ready for the final week opponent versus Muskegon Catholic. As up the middle to the up back, and he gets his way, I believe that was right near the first down marker, and they're going to award the first down to Kenyon Bushinsky
Yeah, that was a nice job by Cam Saylor coming up from the secondary again to make a good stop forward progress.
So the one thing about Cam is that he's a sure-handed tackler. The bad thing is you don't want your free safety making all your tackles.
That's fair, yeah.
And I think that just comes along with, the defense reading and reacting a little bit. There's a nice shoestring tackle made by guess who. Matthew Rileson got the club down on the shoelaces and wrapped up with the club. 4 minutes 40 seconds remaining now. And Lumen Christi just trying to run some clock as their second string offensive unit is out there. I believe the second string defensive unit or a couple pieces of the second string defensive unit out there for the Gladiators. This time the Titans hand up the middle to Owen Matthews. He gets up to the 47-yard line. Want to thank our special guests for joining us up here in the broadcast booth, John Hagelstein and Garrett Hathaway, for coming up and hanging out with us. They were staying dry before they came up here, so it really made no difference to them whether they came up here or stayed in the stands. But they came up and chatted for a little bit. Glad to check in with them. Here they're doing well in college. It's a 3rd and 3. Handing off to the left. Got enough for a first down. So with 3 minutes, 25 seconds remaining on the clock, this looks like it could be the last possession of the game for the Titans if the Gladiators aren't able to get a stop here. While they run in a play from the sideline, we want to tell you about Pop Excavating. Hey, Traverse City, can you dig it? Well, our friends at Pop Excavating sure can. Specializing in septic systems, drain fields, housing, foundational footprints, land clearing, and winter snow plowing. We're going to tell you about the rest of everything they can do after this carry that went up the middle to Owen Matthews. Nice gain of 4 yards on 1st and 10. And Pop Excavating does more than just excavating, land clearing, wintertime snow plowing, and much more. For your next project needs, leave the digging to Pop Excavating. Visit popexcavating.com for more info. All right, and one of my favorite spots to eat in Traverse City. We're going to get to that next after this 2nd and 6 snap here with 2 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. Adam Fuller hands to the up back. That's Bushinsky. He bounces it out around the left side of the offensive line, breaks one tackle, and is down at the Gladiator 35-yard line for a first down. And as I alluded to, we're going to tell you about Magnum Hospitality and Pizzio's Pizza. Since 1983, Pizzio's Pizza has been serving their award-winning pizzas up to Traverse City and all of Grand Traverse County. A taste bud shattering experience after each bite, and you can experience that 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And with pickup delivery service, there's no excuse to not make PGO's Pizza your next dinner selection. And if pizza isn't in the forecast, let Magnum Hospitality spice up your dining experience at Red Mesa Grill in Traverse City. That's where Burke Flowers is this afternoon. Red Mesa Grill features the perfect complement of spices to fire up your taste buds, but don't take our word for it. Try for yourself at Red Mesa Grill. Herney, the ball carrier for the Titans, he's out down near the 22-yard line of the Gladiators. He's got enough for a first down, a pickup of 11 and a half yards on 1st and 10. I'm splitting hairs here. But nice run nonetheless for Herney as the Lumen Christi offensive line continues to keep things rolling.
Looks like they're lining up in the kneeling lineup.
Yeah, this will be a victory formation.
Yeah, victory formation, yep.
As they'll have to take one more snap. Adam Fuller puts down the right knee, and that's going to do it here from Thurley Field. Jackson Lumen Christi wins this one 35-0 over the Traverse City St. Francis Gladiators. Up next, actually, open week for the Gladiators up next to kind of heal up, lick their wounds before playing their final home game. It'll be senior night here versus Muskegon Catholic 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks from today. That game will be Saturday. It'll start at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So these two teams shake hands and wish each other well for the rest of the season. Third time these teams have met in the past 12 months. So becoming pretty familiar with each team's personnel are these two schools that are separated by about 4 hours as Jackson Lumen Christi comes up to Traverse City St. Francis and takes this one 35-0. We're going to step aside, and when we come back, we'll have the Culver Meadows post-game show on the other side of this break. This is Gladiator Football on Next Level Broadcasting. With more than 18 years of construction and deck building experience, Renew It Decks and Outdoor Living wants you to know that they can customize and turn your deck and outdoor living space into something right out of your dreams. But wait, Renew It Decks and Outdoor Living is now hiring employees in the Grand Traverse area, featuring a competitive industry wage, 5 weeks of paid time off, profit sharing, a 401k match program, health insurance options, advancement opportunities, and full-time year-round work. For job inquiries, call 1-231-881-6282.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Welcome to Culver Meadows, Traverse City's premier family-owned senior living community specializing in dementia care. Here at Culver Meadows, we cultivate the perfect environment for your loved ones by combining our setting, scenery, and social interaction of our residents. We pride ourselves at being an extension of your own family here at Culver Meadows. Call 231-633-9430.
Our lives are a collection of experiences, moments of happiness or times of great loss. First homes, new babies, property loss, even heartache. Knowing that your insurance provider is always close by offers comfort. At Farm Bureau Insurance, the experience you get with our local trusted advisors is different. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
With more than 18 years of construction and deck building experience, Renew It Decks and Outdoor Living wants you to know that they can customize and turn your deck and outdoor living space into something right out of your dreams. But wait, Renew It Decks and Outdoor Living is now hiring employees in the Grand Traverse area, featuring a competitive industry wage, 5 weeks of paid time off, profit sharing, a 401k match program, health insurance options, advancement opportunities, and full-time year-round work. For job inquiries, call 1-231-881-6282.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport, TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Welcome to Culver Meadows, Traverse City's premier family-owned senior living community specializing in dementia care. Here at Culver Meadows, we cultivate the perfect environment for your loved ones by combining our setting, scenery, and social interaction of our residents. We pride ourselves at being an extension of your own family here at Culver Meadows. Call 231-633-9430.
Good afternoon and welcome into the Culver Meadows postgame show here. Charles Strail joined by some former Gladiators here. Wyatt Nausatis to my right and Ryan Henning Newman to my left. Gladiators unfortunately lose this one 35-0 this afternoon. Fall to the Jackson Lumen Christi Titans. It was the opening kickoff. Cam Sellers had an opportunity to do some damage. Unfortunately, the Gladiators kind of couldn't keep it going on that opening possession. I think that one could have had a tremendously different effect and impact on the game if they were able to do that. I'll start with you, Ryan. You played right guard last year.
Correct.
On the offensive line. What did you see that made it very challenging for the defensive line to impact this game of what the Jackson Lumen Christi Titans were able to do up front?
I have to say a little bit of a size disadvantage to some point. Their number 77, he's a big boy out there. And, we have some size on our offensive line, but I still think we're at a little bit of a disadvantage.
Right, and we saw, in the second half of last year's state championship game, their defensive line kind of took over. Lumen Christi's only allowed 9 points all season, and we've seen that defense, when they needed to get a stop, they got one. I'll come over to you, Wyatt.
Mm-hmm.
We knew coming in that this was going to be a really big challenge and test for the Gladiators here. Obviously, due to the attrition, due to what Jackson Lumen Christi was bringing back from last year's team. What did you see as a positive takeaway, going forward against the number one team in the state in Lumen Christi for this Gladiator team to apply? Because right now, as it stands, they would be in the playoffs for Division 7 if the playoffs started today.
Yeah, I think a good thing was experience, especially for the young guys. We played, I think, 3 quarterbacks today,
right,
or 2 maybe. And I think for multiple players to get experience against the number one team in the state is huge, to kind of know that's what it looks like and that's what you are going to play against if you want to go back to the state championship. That's the type of talent you're going to play. So that's a good thing for the Gladiators. And I think there was also some positives as far as they held their own a couple plays throughout the game and showed glimpses of potential.
Yeah, I certainly agree with that wholeheartedly. And you saw, that necessarily wasn't really a schematical difference. There were just a couple of players that were able to make key plays at key instances on key down and distances. The first play that was the big one was that 62-yard touchdown run. Alex Pastoriza got a block from his brother, who was playing left tackle today, the 6'7", 260-pound left tackle. He threw a monster block, and he went untouched 62 yards to the house. And that one kind of felt like it was like, because at that point in time the game was still in sway. Both teams had an opening drive fumble. And when that happened, it was like, okay, they just gained their footing here and then slammed the door on that defensive 3 and out. Looking up ahead, obviously the Gladiators, Harrison Shepard, so want to see Harry get healthy. They got a bye week next week. Comes at a really good time. And then a 1-game win and you're in your position against Muskegon Catholic. What kind of mindset does this team kind of need to have? I'll start with you, Ryan. What kind of mindset does this team need to have to compartmentalize this loss and then move forward 2 weeks from now?
I think they definitely need to have confidence. You're playing a number one team in the state with a bunch of young guys, not much experience. Things like this are going to happen. You're going to have a loss like this. Okay, move on. We need to have that confidence to know what's ahead of you and that you need to get that done if you want to keep continuing.
Sure.
I think to add on to what Ryan said, it sounds like they need to win to have a chance at the playoffs. I think that means starting tonight you turn on that win or go home mentality and kind of that playoff mentality that kind of you always flip a switch after week 9. That needs to be flipped at week 7 now. And prepare next week during the bye week super hard, battle and practice, and then week 9 need to really hone in. And now it's win or go home in week 9, which is a new thing for St. Francis, but
it's the current thing.
Yeah,
it's a new thing, but it's a current thing. That's the situation as it presents itself. When you get healthy, you obviously, hopefully, they can get healthy to the fullest extent possible.
Yep.
Then they give themselves an opportunity here on senior night to win and get in and get a good seed.
Yep.
Well, for everybody tuning in this afternoon, we thank you for making us a part of your Saturday. This has been the Culver Meadows post-game show here on Next Level Broadcasting. Charles Trail going to be signing off for all of our crew members today. For myself, Justin Liptak, Steve Weldon running our camera, Ryan Bentley, our producer, running the ones and twos, Austin Mong. We thank you. 2 weeks from now, we'll be back here at Thoroughly Field as the Gladiators are taking on Muskegon Catholic. Thank you, and as always, have a great rest of the afternoon and weekend, everyone.
Welcome to Culver Meadows, Traverse City's premier family-owned senior living community specializing in dementia care. Here at Culver Meadows, we cultivate the perfect environment for your loved ones by combining our setting, scenery, and social interaction of our residents. We pride ourselves at being an extension of your own family here at Culver Meadows. Call 231-633-9430.
Welcome to Hudson's, where we strive to be more than a dealer, and we work hard to pair you with the right equipment. Whether your land spans thousands of acres or just a small yard, come visit us. At Hudson, we provide the service and expertise to get the job done right. And for a limited time, get 0% for 84 months on select John Deere compact utility tractors. To get a quote, come into your local Hudson or visit us online at hudsony.com. Welcome to Hudson's, where we strive to be more than a dealer, and we work hard to pair you with the right equipment. Whether your land spans thousands of acres or just a small yard, come visit us. At Hudson, we provide the service and expertise to get the job done right. And for a limited time, get 0% for 84 months on select John Deere compact utility tractors. To get a quote, come into your local Hudson or visit us online at hudsony.com.